Okay, today my son and I are going to show you how our water catchment system works. First of all, we have three 330-gallon water tanks. And the way this works is once it rains, the rain goes from the roof into a gutter system, from the gutter system into the water tanks, from the water tank into a 12-volt pump. And what we used to do up until a year ago, we used to have this water heater, but it's a wood water heater. And we would put the wood in the box, just like a regular wood stove, light a fire. You can light a fire in the morning, and this thing will last all day. Okay, so basically I'm going to just explain how everything works with the off-grid water system. Each water tank has a manual shut-off on it. So, you know, in case of a leak or an emergency with the water system, or if one of the pipes cracks, sorry, that, you know, but then we can just go ahead and just easily turn it off and maintenance it. So each one has its own manual shut-off. I have an 1.5-inch pipe running here into a spigot. I step down from 1.5 inches to where I can fit a spigot in there. Okay, the water runs into a filter. This, you know, filters out all the algae and everything, which we have to clean every now and then. Then I have that going into a 12-volt pump, which runs off the batteries in the solar panel that the solar panels produce. And the energy that the solar panels produce inside of the batteries is what this runs off of. So what we did is we fixed up an old pump that we had. It was just laying around, so we just put some quick seal over it, some water seal over it, you know, to try and stop the leak and everything like that. But in short, all that we do is just turn on this pump, and it runs through a black water hose into a black garbage can so that we can receive the heat from the sun, because, you know, of course, black draws heat. So we do use, try to use everything black. So I guess we'll go over there and look at how that runs now. Okay, like my son said, we let that go into this water hose, this black water hose right here. And then from the black water hose, it goes into this black garbage can. Of course, needless to say, you need a brand new garbage can for it to happen. And the purpose of black is so that the sun can hit it and it gets nice and hot, and then you get a nice hot shower, a great shower. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to turn it off, pick it up on me, and then you see that water coming out, going into the garbage can? You see that? And it fills up the garbage can. Once the garbage can is filled up, then we go ahead and turn the pump off and then just let it sit. Now let's go inside. Okay, once it leaves the garbage can, it goes through another filtration system, which my son will explain later. Then it comes right to the sink, and then you just turn the sink on and run the water. Voila. You never know you're off-grid in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and explain the details of the tankless water heater. Basically, this tankless water heater runs off of propane. You preset the temperatures that you want and everything by these knobs, but we won't go into that. But we have the water running from the garbage can into the tankless water heater. Now we have another pump that pushes the water from the can into here. It goes through a whole nother filtration process. But what's cool about this is watch what happens when I turn on this water here. You see that flame right there? So that flame heats up the water when you go to take a shower and everything like that. And another thing is that you would think this thing runs by electricity, but it doesn't. It runs strictly by propane and C batteries. So this little thing runs here by C batteries, and we had this for about a year, and it's the same batteries in there. So it's and it just uses the batteries for that spark to light the propane. I'll show you again. See that? That's all it uses the batteries for, is for a spark to light the flame that the propane from the propane gas. But in short, we'll move on to the shower and show you how that water comes out nice and hot. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to show you the warm water coming out of the shower. I'm just going to cut that on. That's the propane. You can hear that, you heard that little click. It was lighting that fire on those coils that the water runs through. I wish that you were here to feel how warm this water feels. It feels really good. Matter of fact, when we're done, I think I'm going to take a shower, so I feel so good. Alright, so I'm just going to cut that off so that we can conserve water. So that's how it works in short. The off-grid off-grid shower system and washing of the hands and for the dishes inside of the sink. We don't drink this water. We do drink that from the well, of course, which we'll explain to you later in another video. But in short, that's how it all works.